What's going on? What's going on? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Zone Coverage Podcast with your boys, Phillips, man. Glad to get you guys back for another week of some good HBCU sports and HBCU content. Had a good host of games, host of events rather, over the weekend on the MEAC slate and the SWAC slate as well. Uh, had a couple of recruiting tidbits over the weekend. Coming down the home stretch. This is the last full week before we head into signing day. Signing day will be on next Wednesday, and gonna have a lot of stuff actually happening on that particular day. So pretty much kind of go live, hopefully, man, all throughout the day for National Sign Day, and we'll actually probably come back that night, man, and actually go through, man, real recruiting breakdown for all the commits for every school within the SWAC and the MEAC. We'll actually do a full actual breakdown for signing day. So again, last full week, excuse me. As you guys know, this Saturday will be February 1st, and signing day will be so coming Wednesday. And so, if you guys haven't noticed, I would probably urge every last one of you to hear my voice to actually tune into, pay attention to all the recruiting offers that will officially probably start going out as of today from every institution. All those offers will pretty much be going to the seniors in the class of 2026. So if you guys are really, really paying attention, you're going to see a lot of recruiting offers going out from all HBCU institutions, and they're really going to be targeting those upcoming seniors in the class of 2026. So just want to throw it out there for you guys. But nonetheless, we're not going to be on too long, man. I had a lot going on today, but just want to come in and share a couple of news. But first things first, want to get into again Mississippi Valley State came in today with the actual official press conference of their new head coach, man, Terrell Buckley, and we'll actually get in and bring him on, and you guys can actually see Terrell Buckley got introduced today in Edabina. Man, actually said a few good things when he actually came up, man. Looked to be very enthused and excited about the job and the position. And I think it was a good hire for Valley. And, he wish I could have got some sound for you guys, but I did check out a little bit to see that he was enthused about the job and said this is a job that he wanted. He said he wanted to coach in Mississippi, and he's a fellow Mississippian, but he also stated that, you know, he's been prepared for this. He took the stairs. He went the old-fashioned route. He started out as a GA and said that he's not just focused on being a good DB coach, which again his resume speaks to that, but he stated, like, man, look, I started from a GA and worked my way up, and I wanted this job. I wanted to be in Mississippi, and said that he had talked to a few other HBCUs within the past year or so, and said this job was appealing to him, and he wanted it, and wanted to be in Mississippi, and so he got what he wanted. Personally, I think Valley couldn't have gotten any better. I honestly think believe it or not, I actually think it's an upgrade from Kendrick Wade, who was an alum from Valley. Really think it's an upgrade. So come down to, who Terrell Buckley can actually get on staff with him and Valley. But man, he is behind the eight ball with regards to man, facilities and just the backing, and even more so on the recruiting front, right? So pretty much they got a pair of 3 stars, but I believe pretty much kind of has in mind what he wants to do um, for regards to his staff, and it's going to be interesting to see who he brings in with him. I'm curious to see if he's going to reach out to any of the former NFL players. I wonder if there'll be anybody noteworthy, and what that looked like in regards to Valley possibly trying to pay them and make that happen. Are they still going to have the full allotment of 63 scholarships? Just to get an idea of what that's going to look like. But again, kudos to him. He's very enthused about the job, and it's a damn home run hire, for Valley. We're talking about Mississippi Valley, and to get a still a first time head coach, but a very noteworthy name. I mean, from a splash hire, when we look at the former players and we look about notoriety, Michael Vick. And Deshaun Jackson, they have the buzz, but Terrell Buckley has the better career out of all of them. He just didn't have the name and the notoriety that Michael Vick or Deshaun Watson carries. But I mean, we talk about football career. Uh, they pale in comparison to Terrell Buckley, and just in their football careers, and being that he's from Mississippi and he coached at Ole Miss and Mississippi State, has inroads. It's from Pascagoula, which is on the coast, and which is a lot of talent on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. And so, if he can actually get some of the talent, we know he's going to go the JUCO route, and he's going to have to try to hit the portal. But what that's going to look like for him, and to be honest, it's Valley. So if Terrell Buckley could come in, how many games? Valley only won one game last year. I mean, if he could come in and win 3 games, he's already surpassed, Kendrick Wade in year one. So, they got new uniforms, they got some things planned, they're doing certain things. So just see what Terrell Book was gonna do. And we just kinda, go from there with that. But like I said, kudos to him for that, and we'll get into that. I wanted to kind of get into some other things too, um, which was jumping to uh, some host of games over the week. We talk about uh, the MEAC. We got going to the SWAC slate of games tonight. Uh, you guys haven't been tuning in. Kind of give you guys some updates what's going on right now in real time. So as it stands right now, we got a close ball game in the SWAC with Texas Southern is leading Alabama State in the second half, 46-43. We have Southern over Valley in the second half with a minute left to go in the game, 58-42. We have Prairie View losing in the second half, 38-49, which is that's an upset in my book. But 16 minutes to go in the second half, and then we got Alcorn actually getting the win over Bethune-Cookman, 70-61. We have Grambling defeating Pine Bluff 81-77. And we got Jackson State coming up short. Wow, upset. Jackson State losing 62-72 to FAMU. Talk about an upset. That's gonna shake up the SWAC standings. And that's on the men's side. We actually get into it when we switch over here uh, to the MEAC. They don't have any games listed until this weekend. They got 4 games scheduled on the slate for the MEAC. You got Hampton versus Howard, Battle of the Real HU. We have Maryland Eastern Shore against Morgan State, South Carolina State against Norfolk State, and then we got Delaware State versus Coppin State. And let's take a look here. And on the women's side, we got Alcorn defeating Bethune-Cookman 68-58. We have Prairie View losing to Alabama A&M 59-68. We have Texas Southern, man, in a close one over Alabama State 69-67. And then we have Valley upending Mississippi Valley State by 20, 71-51. And man, whew. So now, man, you go over here to the MEAC, and they actually announced their players of the week last week as well. We'll get that pulled up for you. Man, we actually get to the MEAC. We get to the standings, man. As it stands right now, you got Howard sitting at 4-1. I'm sorry. Norfolk State still leading the conference at 4-1, with a 14-8 overall record. Man, they've been doing a damn thing, non-conference wise. And then we got Howard coming up in second place with a 3-1 conference record. And then you got a 3-way tie for third. That would be North Carolina Central, South Carolina State, and Morgan State all lined up together at 3-2 within the conference. So, man, that's a tight conference race. You're still talking about, uh, you know, uh, 5 teams, vying for the top spot. You got Delaware State at 2-3 in conference, so they're still only 2 games back. But a 3-way tie at third place is going to be huge. So this is going to be pretty interesting coming down the pipe for the MEAC on the men's side. On the women's side, so I was looking at earlier, you got Norfolk State, man. God, man, their coach is doing an amazing job, man. Norfolk State leading the conference right now at 5-0 in the conference, undefeated. They're 18-4 overall. Then you got Howard at 3-1 in conference play. They're 10-9 overall. Then you got Coppin State and North Carolina Central tied at third. They're both 3-2. Coppin State coming in at 12-9 on the year. North Carolina Central right now sits at 6-14. Yes, Divine. Jackson State lost to FAMU by 10 points. Now, when we get over here to the SWAC and we actually take a look, excuse me, you guys, at the standings, Jackson State just lost. So now you got Southern still sitting undefeated in conference play at 6-0 in conference. And they're 11-8 overall. Texas Southern in sole possession of second place right now with 5-1 in the conference, 8-11 overall. And then you have Jackson State sitting at 5-2 with a loss tonight in conference play, 5-15 overall. Yikes. And then we have Alabama State coming in at 4-2 with an 8-11 overall record. And then we have a three-way tie for fifth place. You got Florida A&M, Bethune-Cookman, and Alcorn State all lined up at 4-3 in conference play. Man, we gotta get better out in our conference, cause yikes. And now when we switch over to the women's side, Texas Southern stands alone at 7-0 in conference play with 18 overall record. You have Jackson State and Southern tied for second place, both sitting at 6-1 in conference play. Jackson State 8-10 overall, Southern's 8-12 in overall. And then you have Alabama A&M coming in at fourth place with a 5-2 conference record, 12-7 on the season. And I believe this upcoming schedule this weekend, I think Jack State plays the Louisiana schools. I believe upcoming this weekend. Yes, that would be correct. On the women's side, Jackson State will play Southern. Excuse me, on Thursday. Jack State will play Southern on the road, 6:30 p.m. in Baton Rouge. That will be on the Jaguar Sports Network. It's going to be a big game. Like I said, they're tied for second place right now. So the upcoming games coming up this weekend, you'll have Alabama State on the road against Florida A&M, Alabama A&M versus Bethune-Cookman. You'll have Alcorn facing Grambling and Jackson State versus Southern. So you know the Mississippi schools will be splitting with Grambling over the weekend. Man, that's gonna be that's gonna be that's gonna be a big one. And hold on 1 second, let me pull some up here. Okay. And yeah, did want to pull up something here about the MEAC actually announced their all conference teams. Give me 1 second. And we got this week. Yikes. There we go. All right, sorry about that, you guys. Yeah, so again, the MEAC announced their the weekly awards this week. Made that announcement today, actually. Excuse me. And so Norfolk State graduate guard Brian Moore Jr. was named the MEAC Conference Player of the Week. Freshman Blake Harper from Howard earned Rookie of the Week honors, while Norfolk State senior forward Khalul Mading earned Defensive Player of the Week honors, respectively. Moore, who's a junior guard from Harlem, New York, man, led Norfolk State with 30 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists in a 92-75 victory over Howard. Man, he shot 11 of 18 from the field and actually went 8 from 8 from the free throw line. He had 20 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block in the earlier win 105-42 over Washington Adventist. So on last week, Moore Jr. averaged 25 points, man, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal, while shooting 64% from the field and 87% from the free throw line. Jeez. Uh, Blake Harper, the freshman from Howard, he averaged 14 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, and a steal for Howard. Against Morehouse, he tallied 13 points with 6 rebounds, 8 assists, while he shot 8 from 10 from the free throw line. He had 15 points and 7 assists while shooting 7 of 9 from the free throw line against Norfolk State. And then Medine, who won Defensive Player of the Week, totaled 27 points, 11 rebounds, and 5 blocks in a 2-0 week for Norfolk State. He recorded a double-double of 16 points and 11 boards with 3 blocks against Washington Adventist. And Medine also followed that up with 11 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 blocks in the win against Howard. Man, that is so kudos to those guys. Wanted to actually just get that out there, man. That was huge. Let me see if you guys so talking about basketball. I'll give you guys one last update on some of these schools within the SWAC. Okay, everything is going final now. So we got Bethune-Cookman losing again by 10 to Alcorn, 68 to no, that's women. Well, Bethune-Cookman losing to Alcorn by 10, 68-58. Alabama A&M defeating Prairie View 68-59. Alabama State losing to Texas Southern by 2, and then Valley losing to Southern by 71-51. And then we get back over to the men. I can give you guys another update on that. Put this to bed. We get over here to the SWAC. We have you got Texas Southern leading Alabama State by 3, 53-50, with 9 minutes left. 9 minutes left to go in the second half. Prairie View is still losing by 10 in the second half to Alabama A&M, 57-47. And like I stated, the other wins. Who else just went solid final? Yeah, that's it. So those are the only 2 games still in play right now. Yikes. And minimize this right quick. And then we can actually get rid of this, you guys. Let's see. All right. Sorry about that, you guys. And excuse me. But yeah, man. So that was a pretty big deal on that one, man. But look at me checking, man. Who all turned in? Get on some of these comments. Like I said, I'm not gonna hold y'all up too long because it's been a crazy day, man. Divine Inspiration, what's going on? Teldrum, what's happening? EA, what's going on? Hey, look, I mentioned Family One. It's like you know why we here. Yeah, man, Family did the thing, man. They won the thing today. So that's what's going on. Yeah, Wayne Peterson is gonna be that's a huge pickup for Jack State, man. We're gonna really get into look, I'm gonna kinda pull some things out for you guys too, man. Me and Scotty gonna actually get into some things too about recruiting. I know a few guys in the space actually hop on and jump on like a few players, when they get committed. But we're gonna do actually do a sign day special and really get into the class breakdowns and do some class rankings. You know what I'm saying? Something different on the HBCU space because we never really done that. Everybody pretty much looks at what they have and kind of compare and contrast in that regard. But really do a class ranking, a school ranking, in the conference in the MEAC and the SWAC, really break down who got who, what that looked like and what that entails. Because all in all, before I did anything, I was a recruiting guy, so really stay at the brush of this. Crook, what's going on? Let's see. Rube, what's going on? What's going on with you? EA, I'm gonna tell you, I wouldn't expect Ruffin to go crazy because he went crazy the other night. It's hard to go for 30. I wouldn't expect 30 another 25-point game this night anyway. And no, Lent don't really bother Ruffin. I've seen that kid. I've seen that kid since junior high school. Lent don't bother him. But it's hard to get 30 or 20 plus points per game, back to back like that on the college level. So he's going to work for it. Let's see. Tell them what's going on. Yeah, man. So look, if y'all got any questions, man, y'all hit your boy up. I'm actually change some things up for you guys to be able to do some interviews and bring you guys up here starting next week, man. So uh got a whole different platform than we use and what y'all probably accustomed to. So I understand how it may look for you guys on your end, but on my end, trust me, it's a whole different deal here. So uh but we're working with it. It's a lot of technical stuff we were dealing with over here. So we're going 30 at Southern, probably so. I wouldn't say 30. That's a hard number to get to. If anything, I can see him probably getting about 20, 22, which is a damn good solid number in college. And like if he getting 30, that means somebody else ain't scoring. So, but that Southern game is gonna be it's a must win now at this point. It's a must win if Jack State get that game for the regular conference seeding. It's a must win. Gotta get it. And got it. I think we played Texas Southern just that one time in the this basketball season. So, and we'll get into some schedule talk too. Jack State. Southern Miss pretty much put the announcement out there that we're playing Southern Miss, which kind of knew that was going on in a way. Like I said, well, never said on this platform, but on another platform, we don't jump out ahead of the school. We let the school make the announcements, or if it's just out there for the world to know that we can we'll address it then. So yes, Jackson State will be playing Southern Miss second game of the season after we play Hampton on the road. So open the season against Hampton in Jackson, Labor Day weekend. Then the following week we'll actually ride out of Hattiesburg and play Southern Miss, which I think is a good game. Um, and Charles Huff, who was the former head coach at Marshall, was taking the reins over at Southern Miss down in Hattiesburg. I gotta tell you guys, um, Marshall won the Sun Belt last year, and man, man, he's hit the ground running recruiting at Southern Miss. Actually flipped the guy, that we had a commitment. We had a commitment from, and about to say, and yeah, he's brought in the quarterback from Marshall. He's brought in about I'll say probably about 12 guys from Marshall, and man, they're recruiting. They got a damn good recruiting class. A lot of good transfers. They brought in. Got a couple kids from Mississippi State. He is that team is going to look totally different. But the quarterback, and that's the main thing. Quarterback won the Sun Belt last year, and he's a damn good player. So that's gonna be a tough game. Made no mistake about it. Is not what we were expecting to be playing when the season ended after the Celebration Bowl. If Southern Miss didn't make a change, I would feel very confident in this game. I still feel confident in Jack State having some success, but man, it's going to be it's going to be it's going to be tough. It's going to be real tough to get back into that game and win that one. But nonetheless, they made that announcement we're playing in Hattiesburg, which we hadn't been back down there, I believe, since 2007, 2006, 2007, something like that. So it's gonna be a good one. I'm looking forward to it. Again, we got some more announcements for the schedule to drop, which I'm assuming they probably will drop by the end of February, and we're gonna have some more announcements with some non-conference games. But man, outside that, man, what questions y'all got, man? We're gonna stay here for another 6 more minutes. And y'all come through with y'all questions, man. Anything y'all wanna ask, get in the comments, man. We can actually get to. Rough and slowly but surely getting this group back. Yeah. Yeah. We'll see, man. But like I said, it's hard to score like that. What's up, Jackson? Nah, Crook, he'll get more than 15. He'll get more than 15. Ruffin is a dog. Let's see. Nah, not Southern Miss. I mean, man, no, there is no Sunbelt school is gonna be paying $500,000 to nobody. It ain't happening. I would love for it to, but nah. But 375, and what we get from the boom going there, being able to come back will be good. We'll be good on that one. We'll be good on that one. And I do think that I hope the schedule comes out. Like I said, some people around the city kind of hearing a few things about what's gonna be going on with the schedule, but it's gonna be it's gonna be a beautiful schedule. I don't really care for the home slate, but it's gonna be a good schedule nonetheless. A new uniform for the upcoming season. Yes, there will be new uniforms this season. New but kind of old, but new. But yeah, we'll have new uniforms next season. New uniforms and new lids, new helmets. We're gonna have a variety of looks. We'll actually wear more different looks this upcoming season than what we wore last year. But there was a reason for that. We actually I gotta actually talk about it now. We actually had got through I know it was a slight issue, but we actually ended up getting some uniforms. But there was some things messed up with them, so that's why they chose not to wear them, and that's why we kind of stayed in the same look. And so we actually had some more, but now they got all they rectified, so we'll have more options next season. Do SWAC schools offer college attendance to athletes? Yes, in basketball they do, and I do know this for a fact. Not every school in the SWAC does though. I can't speak for every school, but I do know that Jackson State offers the full cost of attendance. And Jackson State is only, I want to say, don't quote me, rule, but if I had to guess right now, I think it's only five schools. Well, it's not more than five. It's four or five schools in the SWAC that give cost of attendance, but Jackson State is one of only two, I think, that gives the full cost of attendance. And how and why that is, I gotta find that out. I don't know. So can you get Coach Rich on the show? Man, yes, I can. I'll reach out to her. Like I said, we'll start to have the ability to start with some interviews next week. But yeah, I can. Yeah. I can get Coach Rich on the show, man. And pretty much the way I do it, the way we I'm used to doing it is during the season, really don't get with them too much. Even like with TC, I'll shoot them something and get with them and see what we can do. But I'm one of the people who pretty much don't want to bother them in season. They got a lot of other people pulling at them, a lot of stuff going on. But if I can, I reach out to her. If she want to come on off there, something that we can get her. But yeah, I can reach out to her. Ain't no problem. I can go. We can just go see her. Get her. And look, and it won't be just her. We're gonna reach out to a lot of different people a lot of different people in the HBCU space. We'll reach out and get some other coaches on, some other ADs on, some other SIDs on. Like I said, this is an HBCU platform. We're gonna reach out to everybody. What up, Unc? Yeah, man. Jackson lost. FAMU got them by 10. Hey, they came in and swept through Mississippi. They got Alcorn and they got Jackson State. They did. Now they open the plaza back up. Ain't nothing gonna open the plaza back up. But yeah, man, they came and got a dub. They did. They surely did. So, but look, man, I'm finna get ready to roll up out of here. We're gonna come back on here Wednesday. I'm gonna have a full slate of stuff for you guys. Um, But look, I thank you for your support. Thank you for tuning in. And we'll be back here on Wednesday, man. I'm actually gonna probably end up switching the schedule up too, just to kind of get more so I can be on here longer and actually give more content to you guys. We'll probably end up switching this thing up to Tuesdays and Thursdays, just so we can get more stuff up out of here, man. But look, thank y'all for tuning in. Zone Coverage Podcast with your boy Zoe Phillips, man. We'll catch y'all Wednesday.